And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review. Yes, it's just a single movie review again today. Today we are reviewing Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Days, released in 2012. I want to believe. I want to say. This is not just a movie rendition of the Dog Days book, but also the Last Straw book, which was the third, and so the Last Straw was the third book in the franchise. Dog Days was the fourth. They combined them two for this movie and just called it Dog Days. So, just want you to know that. And this movie did not get a animated remake, so there'll be no animated movie version review with this one. Just the live action one. It was the last one, in fact, of the trilogy of movies with this original cast. Fun fact. So, got a lot of thoughts on this one. Back growing up, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Days was my favorite of the books. This also was my favorite of the movies. Did it still hold up? Got a lot of thoughts. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? It's okay. I have to say, it is pretty crazy in these movies. Nobody outside of Greg ages. Nobody. Like, Greg goes from like a regular kid to like a full grown adult in 3 movies. Nobody else ages at all. Not Manny, not Roderick, not Franklin, not Rowley, not the girl. What's her name? Holly Hills. Not the parents. Nobody ages. It is quite bizarre. Dare I say black magic? Maybe. I guess we'll never know, developers. This, if you want like peak Frank Heffley, this is the movie to watch. He goes insane in this one. I knew that door had a lock on it. Well, that was from Roger Rules, but he's like, he has to go maniacs with the wires and the camping stuff, and then the Revolutionary War stuff. We know that's Civil War. Revolutionary War is in the animated. We'll get back to that later. It's so good. The actor that plays Frank Heffley does an amazing job. I know he's a pretty reputable name. I know other movies that he's in. I cannot think of his name off the top of my head, so I just said the actor that plays Frank Heffley. Because honestly, for me, that's his most notable role. That's not everybody's thoughts about him, but it is I would say one of his more notable roles. And yeah, so you want some good Frank Heffley film action? This is the movie for you. Also, finally, some like half decent character development from Greg. He finally decides to somewhat turn his life around and start actually being nice to people in his friends group and family group. Gee, only took you 2 years. Only took you 2 years and like 20 years of aging to realize that, Greg. And he's not even like a great person in this movie, as far as like people's standards go, but like for how he was in the first two, it's like a million times better. He actually shows respect towards Riley. He actually shows respect for his dad. Not really his mom, but whatever. And he like makes more friends, and it's like really wholesome, kind of. Not really wholesome, but kind of wholesome. So it's kind of cool, I mean, overall, like, I mean, the scene with Greg sending the mass email to everybody about needing help, and then the police being called, and then Rowley's dad gets tackled. I wasn't a big fan of that whole scene where Greg goes with Rowley's family out to the boardwalk, and that whole shenanigans with with his dad being arrested and whatnot. I was never a big fan of that scene in the book, and I'm certainly not a big fan of it in the movie, because just like the other movies, they make everything a lot grosser, and not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all. So, but still fine. The cranium shaker thing's really cool. And then the camp stuff was really good. Well, not really good, but pretty good, I thought. I don't know, it's just refreshing to see Greg finally go through some sort of character development after 3 movies of being a sociopathic freak. And, yeah, so that's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. But other than that, I mean, it's well, do I say it's the best movie out of the 3? Meh. You could. It's still not a great movie. I would say it's either equal to Roderick Rules or a little worse. I can't put it higher. I would say it's about mid-tier. Again, there's just a lot of cringe scenes, as there are for all 3 of these movies. The diving board scene's cringe. The boardwalk scene's cringe. What's another one that's cringe? I can't think of any others. Now, the ending scene, I will say, is where I think the movie kind of saves me, because it's wholesome for Rowley and Greg and Holly to be hanging out, and also the Roderick on baby, oh. That's really funny. That is still funny. Roderick is a great character. Devin Bosnick, it's a great Roderick, and it's on peak display in the end of this movie, and I love it. Absolutely love it. So that's really all I gotta say about this movie. My final score for Dog Days, I probably have to give it a good... Oh. That was kind of cool, wasn't it? Fucking Spider... Oh, it's still alive. It's just hanging out there. It'll regain its footing. Anyway. Sorry about that. Anyway, my final score for this movie, 5.5. I'll give it a 5.5. No, fuck it. You know what? I will put it higher than Roderick Rules. I'll give it a 6. Only because I do want to put it above Roderick Rules, but only slightly. Have these movies aged well? Hell no, they have not. But I could still put it there. So, but that's it for this review. And that's it for the original trilogy of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I guess. I don't know. I mean, I liked these movies as a kid. I think many others did that grew up watching these movies and reading the books. I think the book's a lot better than the movie. I will say that again. But granted, I have not read the book in a while, and I don't have any intentions to read the book because I just don't. So, it's going to do it though for this review. If you've seen this movie, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. That's going to do it for this video as well. Stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more movie reviews. I got 2 more in this marathon to do. Stay tuned for that and other much more amazing content. And until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.